Jeffrey Epstein's best friend has been arrested. Who's next? Welcome back to America Uncovered. I'm Chris Chappell. It's been nearly a year since convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein was arrested for sex trafficking underage girls and subsequently didn't kill himself. The idea that Epstein didn't kill himself has made it onto ugly Christmas sweaters, tattoos, and even church notice boards. But following his death, there was one burning question left. Actually, there were many burning questions. Mainly, how could such a high-profile suspect have killed himself while in custody? But here's another question people wanted an answer to.
Since Jeffrey Epstein's suicide in federal custody nearly a year ago, it remained an unanswered question. Where was Ghislaine Maxwell, his longtime friend and confidant?
Well, last Thursday, we got an answer.
The woman accused of helping alleged sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein recruit and abuse underage girls is in jail this morning. FBI agents arrested Ghislaine Maxwell yesterday, nearly 1 year to the day after Epstein was arrested.
More than 20 armed agents and police were said to have broken down the front door at the 156-acre property, which is called Tucked Away. Wow, lifestyles of the rich and sleazy. If only Epstein had kept it tucked away. Maxwell and Epstein were close. Former lovers, best friends, and more. And Maxwell is accused of some pretty nasty stuff.
Maxwell was among Epstein's closest associates and helped him exploit girls who were as young as 14 years old. Maxwell played a critical role in helping Epstein to identify, befriend, and groom minor victims for abuse. In some cases, Maxwell participated in the abuse herself.
How did she do this?
Maxwell enticed minor girls, got them to trust her, then delivered them into the trap that she and Epstein had set for them. She pretended to be a woman they could trust. All the while, she was setting them up to be sexually abused by Epstein, and in some cases, by Maxwell herself.
For example, the New York Times found this ad in Yoga Journal from 10 years ago for teaching a private individual with fantastic perks, such as extensive travel. The number was for Epstein's office. Ask for Miss Maxwell. I feel really bad for whoever answered that ad. Maxwell has been hiding for the past year. She switched her email address and registered a new phone number under the name G-Max. She ordered packages using a different person's name for the shipping label. Really? G-Max. That's barely even trying. She should have just gone with J-Ep's BFF. But G-Max really shouldn't be too surprised. After Epstein's suicide, U.S. Attorney General William Barr said they'd be looking into his associates.
But let me assure you that this case will continue on against anyone who was complicit with Epstein. Any co-conspirators should not rest easy. The victims deserve justice, and they will get it.
But here's the thing about Maxwell and Epstein. They were very well connected to the powerful elite. Bill Clinton had taken several trips on Epstein's private jet. According to The Guardian, Maxwell was a close friend of Prince Andrew. In fact, here she is with Kevin Spacey in the throne room of Buckingham Palace. This photo would have been a lot less creepy 3 years ago. But now, well, I think the New York Post put it best. That photo was from a private tour of Buckingham Palace they were taking with Bill Clinton in 2002. They were invited by Prince Andrew. Yes, Maxwell knew everybody. Why do these connections matter? Well, in this 2015 court filing, One of Epstein's accusers, Virginia Giuffre, says Epstein trafficked her to many other powerful men, including politicians and powerful business executives, and that Epstein used these sexual encounters for blackmail. Giuffre also said she was trafficked to Prince Andrew. He denies it, but he's also been very unhelpful in the investigation. In an unusual move, prosecutors had announced publicly that the prince refused to help with their investigation. Wow, that makes Prince Andrew look kind of bad. Almost as bad as that photo of him with Giuffre, the girl he allegedly forced to have sex with him. Hey, that's G-Max. So who is Ghislaine Maxwell? She's the daughter of Robert Maxwell, originally from Czechoslovakia. He escaped the Nazis, fought in World War II, and became a British publishing powerhouse. He built a publishing empire over decades that included titles such as the New York Daily News and Mirror Group newspapers. So Ghislaine Maxwell came from money. But all that changed after her father mysteriously fell off a boat and died. It was just a coincidence that it happened as he was falling into a mountain of debt. Did I mention the FBI suspected he was a Soviet spy? Also, right before he died, he was accused of being a spy for Mossad, the Israeli intelligence service. Which is ironic because Epstein has also been accused of being a Mossad spy. And he also mysteriously died. You know what they say, women fall for men who remind them of their fathers. Meanwhile, Maxwell is being held without bail, since she poses a flight risk. Investigators said they had identified more than 15 bank accounts linked to Miss Maxwell, whose total balance at times was more than $20 million. And apparently, a lot of that money went back and forth between Epstein and Maxwell. Since Epstein and Maxwell were so close, it's likely that she could identify other people involved in Epstein's sex trafficking ring. But it's not yet clear whether she will cooperate with prosecutors. Of course, we also thought that Epstein was going to spill the beans on all the powerful people involved in his sex ring, and then he didn't kill himself in an unsupervised prison cell with malfunctioning security cameras. But don't worry, I'm sure authorities aren't going to make the same mistake with Maxwell as they did with Epstein. Maxwell will be kept absolutely secure.
There's a possibility that she could end up in the same Manhattan jail where Jeffrey Epstein took his life last summer.
I hear they've hired great security guards to watch her. Yeah, I think the New York Post put it best. And before I go, I want to thank all of you who support America Uncovered through your contributions through the crowdfunding website Patreon. YouTube demonetizes a lot of our most controversial episodes, so your support is essential to keeping this show going. Go to patreon.com/AmericaUncovered to help support the show. Once again, I'm Chris Chappell. Thanks for watching America Uncovered.